Assalamu alaikum, what's up guys? So in today's video, I'm actually gonna be doing something a little bit different. So this is not gonna be my standard how to explaining stuff type of video, news, updates, anything like that. What I'm actually doing is preparing myself for my Umrah trip. It's coming up very soon. I only have a few days left and I have not prepared at all. So Mera Maqsad, the goal of this video is to show you guys what I'm gonna be packing, what I'm gonna shop for. So you guys have an idea of when you inshallah go for Umrah, you know what to pack, you know how to prepare for Umrah. So I'm gonna actually head to the store, a couple of stores. I'm gonna show you around like what some useful items are, what I recommend. I'm gonna provide you guys with some Hajj and Umrah insider type tips of what to bring with you. I'm not gonna go over like the obvious stuff, like of course you need to get an ihram. If you can't get an ihram, you can get that off of Amazon, and I'll have links and everything like that in the description so that if you want to purchase any of those things, you can actually just go and purchase them. I've found like some of the best quality stuff on like Amazon that you guys can get with the best prices. So if you want to purchase anything, you feel free. Just hit the description and click the links and you guys can access that stuff. But what I'm going to show you guys here is like that like actually will be useful, that you might not remember to bring, or like stuff that you might not know about rather. So that's the idea. So if you reach this point, we're going to head to the store very shortly. Just make sure to like this video and click the bell icon if you're not subscribed to my channel, and subscribe to my channel. And lastly, share this video, drop any comments, any questions, anything. Let me know how what kind of content you guys want to see. I'm going to be having a lot of vlogs that are coming up very soon. Umrah vlogs, Makkah vlogs, Ziyarah vlogs, Madina vlogs, which are also Ziyarah vlogs, food vlogs, things like that. So you're going to be seeing a lot of that. I'm going to try to go live a few times too, inshallah. So anyways, I'm going to head for a car wash right now, and then we're going to head to the store, go from there. Okay, so this place right here, Waters Car Wash, that's where we're gonna be going. And Walmart is right here too, though. I don't like this one in particular, though I probably won't go to this one. I'm gonna go to the one closer to my house. And then I might hit Costco actually, because Costco, as you guys know from my other videos, Costco has better stuff. So, but car wash is right there. Little ducku here. Oh boy, he's crossing the street right here. But here is the car wash. We're just gonna go through the line. This one has so many like different colors to it, but it does everything, so that's why I like it. There's a cool like light show over here too. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. I gotta get my car nice and clean for it to sit in the garage, you know. Hey, it's pretty dark in here, man. Kind of gives horror movie vibes right now. Oh, I can see the daylight. Alright, let's open up these things again. Alright, we're almost out of it. We're almost out of it. You shall not pass. Okay, so update. I went to a couple of stores and a lot of stuff that I'm looking for to buy is not in stock. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna head to my studio and I'm just gonna go on Amazon and show you guys the items. And actually, what I'll do is I'll provide you with links as well to those items, because I think that makes more sense. In case आप लोगों को भी वो चीज़ें खरीदनी है, if you guys want to buy those things too, you can easily buy them, because going to Walmart, Costco, things like that, it's convenient, but most of the time they don't have specifically what you're looking for. And on top of that, sometimes the prices are a little bit higher too. So I guess change of plan. We're just gonna head there, and I'll show you guys on Amazon, inshallah. Okay, so I'm back. What my plan now is to go on Amazon and show you guys a bunch of products that are helpful for your Umrah journey, for things that you want to pack, basically. It'll be as lean as possible. I'm not going to try to make this video too long, but it'll be like essentials and like things that like I know as an insider who's gone for, alhamdulillah, who's gone for Umrah and Hajj many times in my life. So just, things that will actually be helpful, not the, what I would call like faltu, meaning like useless type of stuff that you might use once in a blue moon, or you might not even end up using it. So let's go ahead and shift over to Amazon and I'll show you guys from there. Okay, so we're on Amazon now and I'm going to show you guys. So first and foremost, you want to have pins. That's the most important thing. And I know that with Ihram, a lot of people will buy the pins, but a lot of people don't buy them. And they're specifically called safety pins. I'm going to show you which size. So let's type in safety pins. Ooh, I can't type today. Safety pins. Okay, so we're going to look for the large ones, right? So we'll just go ahead and type large, because if you get the small ones, it doesn't really work out too well. Just because you have many folds on your ihram, and it comes a little bit tough, Sometimes it's just too small, So you want to look for the biggest ones. you see like these kind of designs are a little bit better than your conventional ones, and you want to make sure that they're pretty strong as well. You don't want to get the ones that are like very cheap and flimsy that like आप जब ihram के अंदर डालो and like you put it through the the cloth, the yarn of the ihram, that it bends. If it's too much cloth, you don't want something like that. So you're just gonna have to look at some of the reviews and things like that. But right off the bat, I believe these ones are good. These are the upgraded ones right here. You can see these look pretty solid. The design looks pretty nice too in comparison. So they're pretty big. You can see it's almost as big as an iPhone. So they're 4 inches. So these ones are nice. I would definitely get some of these. I know that they might seem like excessive and big or whatever, but if you use just like 2 of these, you should be good versus like 4 or 5 of the other ones, or even 10 in some cases. I've had times where I've used like 10. So these are good. I will go ahead and add that to our cart, just so we have it. Now the very next thing. So during your Umrah trip, once you're done with Umrah, actually, before I even get into that, let's talk about shoes. So you want to get shoes without stitches. Now, I recommend getting something like Crocs. So I'm going to just type in Crocs. Don't get Crocs, the like actual brand, because it has like a image of like a gator. And I don't think you should have anything that has like illustrations or, of live animals, live beings, things like that. I think there's some, I could be wrong, but I believe there's something, there's some reference where you shouldn't have these kind of things, just in general, So I've heard it before that you shouldn't have like, depictions of like live animals and things like that, So we're not going to look for Crocs. We're just going to look for the off-brand ones. So you can see these are all Crocs. Oh, here, B-Slip. So this is, you can see they're $20 are much cheaper too. That's the Amazon brand. Or you can go like, Emoji, Chak's Best Road emoji. We'll just go with B-Slip. And look, you can see here that this is all plastic. This is like not plastic / rubber. And this is no stitching in this one. So this is a really good one right here. You can see these are nice. They're very supportive too, anti-slip. So like they're very good. So I recommend getting this, and you have a 30% off coupon, which is really nice. So you're getting them for really cheap. You can buy it for the whole family here. Pick your size and kind of go from there. So we're going to go ahead and add these to the cart. You get now. Obviously, you need to get an ihram. I'll just show you guys since some of you guys might be going from far. You might not stop anywhere, so you might not have time for ihram. So you can buy ihram from here, but just look for the right quality. So again, you're gonna have to kind of go based off reviews. You can see this one is cheap, but the reviews are not that great. This one looks good. This ihram center, made in Turkey, so that one looks good. I know this is like a Saudi style one right here, so this one looks pretty good too. All of them are going to be cotton, so don't get fooled by 100% cotton. All of them are cotton. Let's see if there's any other ones. Lightweight. Lightweight is good because they're a little bit nicer during the summertime, but like sometimes the quality isn't that great, So be a little bit on the safe side with something like this. This one is a ihram set with like a topi and a belt and everything that does beat. So that's not bad. $49.99. Sorry, $49.49. Let's look at a few more. I'm just trying to see if there's one or two that I can recognize. Bamboo ihram. I've not heard of this before. I don't know about that. I prefer just go conventional. Like I don't want to get into all these things, just because I don't know. There's like, I feel like this kind of stuff is more like gray area. You should just go with what you're supposed to go with, and that's like a yarn, a cotton yarn type of ihram, which is what has been what people have been wearing for hundreds of years. So I recommend to just go with that. Try to, but then again, this could be some sort of cotton or something. I don't want to get into all that, so let's just avoid that. There's another set right here that has everything. You don't need this much stuff. I kind of like this one right here, to be honest. Let's go ahead and look at this one. Okay, so you can see the quality looks. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from pictures, but the quality looks pretty good. Here we go. They used AI for this. Yeah, this is a very just normal one, and it looks pretty decent. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the cart. The kit, I mean, you can get it, but like you don't like. I don't think an additional like $20 justifies the topi and the belt and that. So I don't like. If you want to get that, we'll go ahead and add it to the cart and we can remove it later. But I don't think it's worth it. Let's get an ihram belt. So this is the very standard one right here, and you can see the reviews on it, 3.5. No show elastic belt for, so this one doesn't have pockets or anything. So if the Itam is like loose on you, you don't want to use pins, you can use that. But I prefer to get one with pockets so that you can put your phone, some money and stuff in there, because like you have nowhere else to carry it, right? So this one right here, I know people use this for ihram as well, this kind of things. But let's see. This is like that. It's like a leather type. I'm not even sure exactly what it is, but this is the one I've been using since bachpan, since I was a kid. This kind right here. So this is the very OG one, I would say. Xenia free size adjustable ihram belt with phone holder. This one has more reviews, so let's just go with this one. It's very standard. This is all of them are. So like you have these two pockets, and then in the back there should be a zipper. You see zippered compartment on the inside of the belt. So this one's good. It's adjustable, things like that. MashaAllah, Haji Saab. Go ahead and add to cart. Okay, we got that covered. Now you can see right here, these portable neck fans and things like that. You can get those. They do help, but like, to be honest, I feel like you're going to use it once and then you won't, because you have to charge these things. So I'm not even going to recommend it. I mean, for Hajj, yeah, probably, because like you actually have to stay in Mina tents, but for actual like Umrah, I don't think so, because you just go back to your hotel, and then you just come out for the namaz and to eat and stuff. So you're in AC a lot, so it really doesn't make too much sense, to be honest. I wouldn't really recommend it. Now, I want to show you guys, this is actually something, because you will most likely, Allah nakare, I hope not, but you will most likely get some sort of like a cold or a flu or something like that. So you want to kind of build your immune system up before you go. So there's elderberry gummies that I recommend, that you start taking these roughly about a week or so before your trip, so that you start to build up your immune system. So you can see these ones are all of them are good. This one looks like a pretty good one. No, actually, no, this one is good. Adults and kids, 17 cents a count. So, it looks like it's the most cost effective. The other ones are 25 cents a count, 32. This one's 19. So this is a good one. We'll go ahead and add this one to the cart as well. You can do subscribe and save, but you don't need to do that. But this, you get your vitamin C, zinc, everything. It covers everything. Elderberry is really good for your immune system. So definitely recommend getting that. Now, one thing, especially for us, for the gentlemen, one thing I recommend, you're going to be doing a lot of walking. You can't use like scented creams and things like that, but you will experience some sort of issues where like your skin might get a little bit ruptured and stuff like that from walking and stuff like that. So you should get something like petroleum jelly, something that doesn't have any scent. So you can go ahead and look up petroleum jelly here, and you can use any of these. I mean, if you want to go the safe route, you can go Vaseline, but you can go Amazon Basics. There's all kinds of different ones, but we'll just go with the well-known one, right? So we'll go ahead and add this to the cart. Very useful. Give it a sec. Okay, perfect. All right, we are covered there. Now you're going to be in a desert. One thing that a lot of people don't really realize is when you're in desert, it's very dry, right? It's not like a humid, like, in Florida, it's very hot, but it's very humid too at the same time, tropical climate. And I feel like that's the case for a lot of states, especially during summertime, like a lot of the southern states. But when you go to a desert, it's completely different. It's very dry. And especially if you've never gone to a desert, this might be your first time going for Umrah. One thing you're going to realize is that your eyes will start to get dry a lot. Because number one, like you won't be sleeping as much. You just won't, because, time change, stuff like that. And then on top of that, it's very dry. So get eye drops. And I recommend some very good ones. I'll show you which ones. Preferably, if you can get preservative-free eye drops, those are the best. But it really depends. So Visine Red Eye Hydrating Comfort. These are good, but they're really very like oily. So you put them in your eye, and like it'll take a few minutes for you to like see clearly and properly. So like don't put these when you're driving, number one. But these ones are a little bit a little hardcore, I would say. Refresh is the one that I always use. Refresh is really good. Refresh is one of the best ones. So if you want to use that one, definitely get that. These are with the single use, which I actually like better, to be honest. So I'm going to put these in the cart. One-time purchase, add to cart. Ticket. I'm trying to, right here. So these ones. You can see it says I'm subscribed to it already. So right here, we are going to do a one-time purchase. You can get a one-pack, but it's more expensive. It's $37.82 per ounce, and this is 28, so it's a little bit cheaper, You get $20 for two versus almost $13 for one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit add to cart. We get covered there. So that's really good. These preservative-free ones are really good, but you have to keep them like in a well-regulated atmosphere. So like keep them in your backpack or your luggage or something. Don't try to keep them out and about all the time. Just put them in once in the morning, maybe once at night while you're there, and it'll really help. So now one other thing, and this is you'll realize this. There's a lot of walking that has to be done depending on where your hotel is. If you're staying in Clock Tower, you have probably the least distance in terms of walking, but it's still a lot, because like you have to go from like let's actually use a Clock Tower hotel. It's called Fairmont. So let's use Fairmont as an example. It's all the way at the very end of the Clock Tower Abrajal Bait complex, which is the Clock Tower building. So you have to walk through everything, and it's all the way at the back. So it's quite a lot of walking from there to the main entrance of Majl Haram. Then from that main entrance, go to whatever spot is empty, wherever they're directing, Muslims to, wherever they're directing people to. So it's quite a lot. It can sometimes be like almost 0.7, 0.8 miles each way sometimes, so like total in walking. So that's like the closest hotels, right? The ones in the Clock Tower. If you're staying like Jabal Omar, for example, if you're staying Jabal Omar side, Intercontinental, Hyatt Regency, Marriott, Sheraton, which is like Jabal Kaaba, even farther, that's like 1 mile each way, even more. So it's a lot of walking, aside from Umrah, you're going to go there for 5 times prayer as well, inshallah. So it's a lot of walking. So you're going to need something. You're going to need something for your feet, because your feet will start to hurt. So there's a few like of these sprays that I want to recommend that you could put on your feet, and it will just provide you with temporary relief. But trust me, anything helps. They have pharmacies that will sell stuff over there, but it's okay. It's like kind of hit or miss, to be honest. I haven't had the best experience, and on top of that, it's pretty expensive too. So it's sometimes better just to bring it, bring something that you've tried and is good, and use that. So we're going to just type menthol muscle spray. So BioFreeze, one of the best ones, in my opinion. BioFreeze is really good. I would actually recommend getting this one, because you can put this all over your body, on your back, if your back is hurting, your legs, everything, so it's really nice. BioFreeze is definitely what I recommend. Now, I was going to also show you Icy Hot. Icy Hot is really good. They have lidocaine in this, plus menthol, so it's super strong. This is also a very good contender. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and add both. So we're going to go ahead and put in this 3-pack right here. Or if you prefer a roll-on, a spray plus like a gel type of thing, you can get a variety pack right here. But the spray, in my opinion, is a little bit better. So one-time purchase, add to cart. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to get this as well. But keep in mind, the smell is very strong on these things. So like it might give some people like a migraine. It could potentially give some people a migraine because the smell of it is very strong. So just keep that in mind and apply as less of it as you can, So we're going to go ahead and add this to the cart. Perfect. So, you know what? This showed up as a recommendation for some of the older viewers. Voltaren is definitely a big plus. They do sell this in the pharmacies, but you can, if you prefer to just bring it yourself, like, if you want to use it on the plane and stuff like that, you can also just bring it with you. But it is pretty cheap over there. So to be honest, like you can buy this, but I would just buy it over there. It's a little bit cheaper. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to add this to the cart. Now, I believe this covers most of the basics. One other thing I want to mention is a power bank, because it really depends on, where your hotel is, and the hot temperature sometimes makes your phones overheat. Like I have the 14 Pro Max iPhone plus the S23 Ultra Galaxy Samsung. And these things sometimes overheat when it gets really hot and the battery gets drained. So it's good to have a power bank. So we'll go ahead and look for a power bank. I cannot type today. Okay, and you don't have to go too expensive. You can buy an Anchor. See, I bought this last year for Hajj, actually. This one's really good. It's 20,000. You can get a 25,000, which is even better. It's actually pretty cheap right now. You can go with one of these, whichever you prefer. This one was good. I actually used this one myself, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the cart for you guys. You can see how many I bought of them. Add to cart, and there's 5% coupon too. So we're good here. One other thing I want to show you. So like before I even get into this final thing, I just want to mention some of your self-care stuff, like it's kind of given, like, you know, bringing razors, etc., and stuff like that. You don't really need to bring that because, I mean, your hotel will provide it, but you might already be packing that, so that's kind of a given, worst case. But I would even say sunscreen is a good option, but you really don't need sunscreen if you're going to be wearing, like, for men especially, if you're going to be wearing the thobe, and for the sisters, you guys are going to be wearing the abaya, so you really don't need sunscreen. But even for us brothers, like, we're gonna be wearing. Most people will wear thobe, so you don't really need sunscreen. You can put it just on your hands and on your face if you'd like, but it's really, in my opinion, I don't think it's really necessary. I actually have a few good places to buy thobes in Makkah and Medina. So when I'm there, inshallah, I will show you guys those spots too, where you can get them custom made and like authentic Saudi style. They're really nice. And they're not too expensive, to be honest. So they'll take your measurements and all that. It's really good. But you want to have some of the quick thobes as well. The ones that, you know, that you buy them in packets. Not too cheap, but like decent ones, you know, like 80, 90, 100, 150 riyals a piece. Those kinds, you know. There's some good ones too. So I'll show you guys around and show you those good ones, inshallah. But that's all like given stuff. So I'm not even going to get into all that stuff. You know, this is all self-care, you know, bring chargers, etc., etc. We all know this, you know, so I won't get into it. The last thing I just want to mention is bring a power adapter. But even that, it's very optional, to be honest, because hotels will provide it to you, to be honest with you. But if you want to, you can bring one. But aside from a power adapter, I recommend to buy outlet extender. That's something that's actually useful. So we're going to look for outlet extender with USB on there. So you can see like this one right here has two normal USBs, a USB-C, and then like it looks like 6 spots. So this is super good. You can even get something like this if you wanted, and you can see there's a bunch of USBs. But these ones are my favorite, honestly. So I'm not even gonna look further. This is perfect. You know, this has everything that you need. You know, hotels will usually just have one socket, and then it's like, you know, you have to keep switching chargers for your phone, for your you know, for your iPad, whatever, for your laptop, whatever it is. You know, so this just makes it so much easier. So go ahead and add, and yeah. Let me turn back over here now. But yeah, I really hope that this was helpful. I'm not going to show any more stuff because a lot of stuff is already given. Like we already know, like these are things that you would pack anyways, you know? So I just want to show you some things that like I think are actually helpful that people might not know or might not remember, you know? So I really hope this was helpful. My next video is going to be, inshallah, my journey to Saudi Arabia, to Jeddah, inshallah, for my Umrah for this year, inshallah. So I'm very excited. I hope that you guys watch that next video, inshallah. And please, if you've made it this far, like this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon because I will have a lot of content coming up, inshallah. And lastly, you know, comment any questions, any suggestions, anything like that below, inshallah. And I'm very excited. I'll see you guys in Saudi Arabia. Jazakallah.